said, like, I love this man so much. We actually go back further than just church. We both worked at CIY, just a small bit of crossover for those that didn't know. So that was back in 2018, 2019. So we've known each other for quite a while. So answering questions, having conversations about camp, just as we move forward. I am in youth ministry. Have been at the Franklin area since late 2019. And I've seen a lot of the kids. I do apologize to the high schoolers. They were at high school camp this past year. I'm sorry that you guys had to go through that torture of terrible games.
You picked them out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to the kid that drank my throw up. So,
Yo!
Poor Joel might not have told that story. No,
True story?
Poor Joel.
Our Facebook page.
Yeah.
This is why we signed that. Things happen.
Hey, so as we jump in to parents, as we look to this year, where is camp for middle school? It's at Country Lake Christian Retreat. It's on the southern side of Indiana. It's an actual retreat center, full camp. So lake, inflatables, paintball, all of those things. It's an actual camp. They would stay in bunk rooms. The bunk rooms house about 30 to 75 people per space. So that's what middle school looks like, where we would stay. For high school, it's at Indiana University. So this is in Bloomington, Indiana. And this is about a 4.5 hour jaunt plus an hour of time change because it's in Eastern time. So that is where high school camp is. When you ask about leaders that are going, I am the primary lead just because it is high school camp, which is different. You're probably curious who goes. For middle school, it'll be 3 other campuses within Southeast. So 3 other campuses that they have in Kentucky and Indiana. But for high school camp, it's actually all of the campuses together. So for all of us, so high schoolers, you can expect between 3,200 and 3,600 students that will be at the camp. And it's just one church, as we will be operating that way. So it's gonna have a different feel, but leaders that are going, Tito's gonna be walking right alongside with me. It'll feel like regular high school camp. There's nothing that's gonna be where you feel like it's so different.
Just to tag along, even though it's one church, there's so many different campuses that they don't even know each other.
Yeah.
So if anything, Franklin campus will know more of our campus
Yeah.
than they will the other one. So it'll
Yeah.
still have the same feel of everybody doesn't really know each other, and
Yeah,
we
none
won't feel
of the
that.
campuses know the other students. So you'd probably know our students more than any of the other campuses knowing our students. So yeah, leaders are going. Tito's going alongside with me. We will take about 20 leaders between our church and Lakeshore that are going up. So as we move on, how is this different? This isn't that much different. CIY partners with, Southeast partners with CIY. So it's going to be the same theme. It'll be the same merch. Everything is in partnership with CIY. So there's not much difference in that. What you will see in the biggest difference is the speakers. So most of the speakers will be around Southeast. A lot of our leaders, like Kyle will be speaking at high school camp, who's our head pastor. If you've not heard of Kyle Eideman, he's our head pastor. He'll be speaking at camp, but there will be also 4 others that will be speaking. As we partner, how are we getting there? You guys will arrive. Tito, if you want to speak on that first before I jump in.
So we will have our regular check on how we do. We'll be meeting at Smyrna campus in the morning. But from Smyrna campus, as of right now, we are taking a bus from Smyrna campus to Franklin campus. And then from Franklin campus, we will do our full-on check-in process, and then.
Yep. Yeah, and then we will jump on charter buses to Indiana for both camps, so that it's a smooth ride. It's a far journey just in a regular school bus, and we know how mostly middle schoolers like to use the restrooms. So that will be beneficial and will behoove all of us, especially the leaders.
Let me add a little bit on that. So the reason we're taking a bus from there is just going to make it easier on you parents. So we'll still just all meet. You'll just have to drop them off at Smyrna campus. And then usually if you've been to camp with us, we stay that extra night and come back the following morning. We will not be doing that for these summer camps. So we will be coming back late that night. And the plan is going to be to take a bus from Franklin campus back to Smyrna campus. And you'll pick up from there late Saturday night for our high school camp.
Yeah,
We'll get better timing on that, like exact time when we'll be back. But it will be a late pickup on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So just be expecting
there is a chance for middle school.
the date.
Yeah. Dates are June 29th through July 3rd for high school. And then for middle school is July 15th through the 18th. And so for middle school, there's a chance that we actually come back that next day. We stay an extra night. I haven't got that solidified because that would get us back around 2, and I've already said no to that. So they're working out those processes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You said Saturday you would get back. That's July 4th.
No, we'd get back.
So it would be on
July
Friday.
3rd, sorry.
Yeah, we'd get back Friday. Yeah, we would not get back the 4th.
Okay.
Yes, Monday before Friday.
What was the date for mix again?
For mix, it is July 15th through the 18th.
Thank you.
Yes. When it comes to registration, this will be the small hiccup. He's going to help you out with that. You'll register through the Southeast website, and you'll get all that information. Tito will send you a document. Just make sure you check your emails of how to register. So it'll be through the Southeast website, and the campus you'll list is Franklin. And for those documents, as we look at it and what it seems, you always want to put Franklin. Because it will get really confusing because there's other campuses that it would get really confusing. So Tito's going to really walk you through that so that you put Franklin. How much is camp? Middle school is $320. High school is $360. This is a very important thing, is that assistance is available for anyone that has a need. Southeast will never let cost be the barrier for kids going to camp. So for parents that have a lot of questions on that, the deposit is $100. And so when you go to registration, there are a couple of options. So there's one option that says, hey, I really can't do that much, and I think I would be able to do it if I got $50 off. You can just click that button, and you get $50 off. There's another option of you can click a button to say, I want $100 off. That'll go right through. If you need more assistance than the $100, you just put in the reasoning that it gets dropped down and it gets sent to me, and I'll talk with Tito to kind of talk through what that looks like. But I want to remind you that cost will never be the barrier for a kid not going to camp. So don't let the 360 or the 320 scare you from anything, because we will get your kid to camp. There is no doubt in that.
And along with that scholarships, I know that both Antioch and Smyrna campus will offer our own scholarships as well towards those trips. So, like you said, just reiterate that. Don't ever let money be an issue why you can't make it to camp.
Yeah.
And there is ways for them to earn the money as well if they need it.
Yes. Talked about departing from Franklin campus, and then what money might your kid need? They won't need money for anything at all unless they want to buy snacks at camp. Snacks are $1 at both camps. So like candy, drinks, stuff like that, it's $1. So if they want that, if you want to bring $10, you'll get 10 things. If that is what you desire, or if you want merch, like CIY sells all of their merch, like Tito's wearing a CIY shirt and you're even wearing a CIY shirt. Like they sell that if you want to bring extra money for merch, but no money outside of what you've paid is required. Southeast Camp, we do a late night snack, so around like 10. Like last year we had Jimmy John's sandwiches and stuff like that they offer at late night so that you're not hungry going to bed because it's been a full day. Is there a dress code? Yes. Your school's dress code.
So there isn't one?
Whoa. We're in the, I don't know what the counties. All right, so I will get you a dress code to follow then.
Just, you guys should know what the dress code is.
Where would you wear
Yeah.
a shirt?
Rhyme, common sense.
I can get you a dress
That was
code.
40 years ago, Mike. Take a chance.
Well, you see, the hospital doesn't want people to
As far as dress code, parents,
$50.
you guys know what will probably be appropriate for your kids.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Will I get a packing list? Yes.
Guys, listen up.
We will provide a packing list, a schedule, and more information as registration opens. That opens in March. So when registration opens, we will be able to send you all that information, questions you might have on that.
Hey, students! Guys, we're going to make the parents start switching seats. Please be respectful. Too much talking going on over there.
So all that will be provided. You might ask the question, because a lot of my parents ask the question, can I come to camp with my kid? Only approved leaders can go to camp. Southeast has a strict protocol on leaders that go to camp. So a lot of things that go into that. They have to take a class called Ministry Safe. So it's all about grooming and sexual predators that we are protecting students from. That's our first and foremost of what we care about is security. They also have to do background checks through state and federal. The other things is their driving record and stuff like that. So it's like all those things, our layer of security, we care so much about for the sake of kids. We want them to be protected. On that same note, for camp, there will be actual security that's there. So not only will there be campus security for Indiana University, but we also bring our own police officers up to camp. And so they will be monitored that whole time because it is a public university. It is different at camp because it's 30 miles off the beaten trail and there's not much more that you can do. But Southeast still brings their own security just in case. So that's their number one thing is they are focused on security and safety for the sake of this next generation. What will small groups look like? You'll be in your normal small groups that Tito and Tammy put you in. You won't be intermingling with us. We won't be with other campuses in small group. You will be with the students that you know. And if you don't like that, sign up for a different campus and check in there. I'm kidding, sorry. I try not to be too dry. Will my kid be roomed with kids from other campuses? No. It's weird. I'm not going to do that. Answers that question. What about allergies and food? You will be required in registration to put allergy information for registration both at Country Lake, which is the middle school side, and also IU, and we can accommodate allergies and conscious diets. So we want to be careful about that. Medications. It's going to be interesting. Medications is important, parents, that when you drop it off, that will be the only check-in process you will have at the Smyrna campus, is if your student is going with medication, that they go with the bottle and the pills that they need in that bottle. So if your kid is taking medicine, that the right amount for that week goes in the bottle. And if you come with a full bottle, they will have sacks. They'll dump the pills out, count them, and put the pills back in the sack, hand the sack to you to take home. We just want the bottle with the label of what they're taking as they go to camp. And when we're at camp, we do have doctors and nurses that are on the entire time if there is something to happen. They're also the ones tracking the medication. So the nurses will be the ones, there will be like a medicine time, and they'll have a Excel sheet of your student's name, drop down when they're supposed to take medication, and they will seek out that student and they will go and give them their medication. And it's a process to not make any kid feel uncomfortable in any type of way, to make it that way. So they administered only by, so when he brings the medicine to me, I'll put it in a locked box that I don't have a key to. So it's important that we get all the medication before I lock it. So it'll go in a lockbox that I don't have a key to, and we'll take it up, and that will get handed to the nurses, and then they will unlock it, and then from that time on, if your student has to take medicine on the drive up, If it's like throughout the day, we will figure that out and we'll follow proper procedures on that. So it's like, once again, safety and security so that no student is swapping meds or throwing them in a bucket or anything like that.
So that is a little different than we've done in the past. A lot of times we give the parents, we say, hey, I asked you guys, does your student have medication? Do you guys trust them to take it? And a lot of you guys say yes, they know when to take it. Even if they know when to take it, even if you trust them with them, they still won't be the ones to hold the medication. You will still have to turn that in, it gets labeled, and it'll be given out to the nurses at Southeast. So they won't have it on them.
Yeah.
Is that the same even if it's something like over the counter, like?
No, ibuprofen, Tylenol, and stuff like that.
Well, like Zyrtec, like not a prescription allergy medicine, but
Yeah.
like Claritin or something like that. Same procedure?
For antihistamines, yes.
Okay.
But all of the small, so it's like Benadryls and stuff, they'll actually have, you guys will sign a document that says, hey, I'm okay if my child receives this. And I'll be in touch with Tito. Like, if there's any questions, he will contact you. That's probably my biggest push is while we're at camp for both middle school and high school, that you just have your phones on you because it's camp and you never know. So, yes, to answer that question, there is things that they will have, but if you bring it, we're going to put it in the box and go from there. Yes?
Mine was kind of on that melatonin.
Yeah. Let me write that down. That's a good question.
Because they don't take it every time, just if they need it.
Yeah. I will get to Tito on that and he can answer your question. Good. Yes?
What if you're the guardian of yourself? Like, what do you do?
You will still turn that same
Okay.
medication over to him and
Okay.
we'll go from there. Yeah. A new thing that we will also do that you guys have not done, we will have you sign power of attorneys. Seems scary. Why am I giving you power of attorney over my kid? For you guys, what is power of attorney? That gives Tito and I the right for a medical decision to happen.
There's gonna be a spot where you can just check just medical decisions, correct?
Yeah, we're not, yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's not a big deal then.
Yes,
How do you
so,
spell attorney?
huh?
How do you spell attorney?
I don't know, I'm dyslexic, I'm sorry. I don't spell out loud, because I can't. It jumps around in my head. For Tito and I, there will never be a decision that you are not a part of. We go to the worst case scenario of why we sign POAs, is because lawyers and protection for the sake of the student and for the sake of us. It does feel odd at times of like, why am I doing this? Why does it have to get notarized? It's for the safety of us and for the safety of you guys. No decision will ever be made without him calling you to say all of the things that are happening. Like, we're talking worst case scenarios, everything else. Does that make sense? Any questions on the power of attorney? You guys still have full rights to your kids. Yes.
We bring it to you already notarized.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so, yeah, once you do the registration, it'll send you out, it'll give you that paper. Walter Rouse here he can notarize things. So I will have it every Sunday, if you don't wanna go and pay for somebody, Walter Rouse will be able to notarize it. We'll even set up a day where we go to Smyrna campus, and you guys can bring the registrations, and we'll set up a day where they get notarized there. So if you don't wanna pay for that, we'll make sure we have somebody to do that. Every week, we'll check in with you guys, about that, and we'll make sure they get notarized.
Yep.
Any other questions about the power of attorney? No?
It got a time period on it?
A week.
It's open-ended?
Nope, it's a week. So by the time we take the student, like when they get on the bus, it starts. When they get off the bus and travel back and you guys pick them up, it's over. So that will be in the form as well. That would be crazy if we had full rights to power of attorney. No, I don't want the rights. I agree.
Like I said, there's never been a case
Power to make medical.
that they've ever had to use it. So if that makes you feel better, it's just.
In Southeast history, they've never used power of attorney. I actually probably should have had it when we were Franklin campus at multiple situations in 1 week that all went really wrong and parents were not answering their phones. So we don't talk about bad things because we're provides. So on that, it really is going to be simple from the parents' side of things. it's actually going to be more stressful on Tito and his leaders as they navigate more of it. But as we travel through and understand that we are doing this together, and I'm excited to continue the partnership with Lakeshore. And now it's
Guys, listen up.
open for questions. First to parents.
A couple things before the.
Yeah.
So he mentioned a little bit, but registration opens March 4th, and it ends May 5th. That is
2 months.
That is a tight window. There's no forgiveness. I know a lot of times we'll have kids or friends that are signing up the day before we leave camp. That's not going to be a thing. So if you know that you want to go to camp, you know friends, don't wait last second. Once May 4th hits, this is for both camps. Signups are done. So that's going to be a new thing and a real thing that we want to stress out to you guys. Don't wait a long time. It's not a matter of how many spots are left. So don't worry about the spots running out. It's just about that time window because we have to send dorming rooms, all that stuff. It's a whole bunch of logistical stuff that we have to send out. So that cutoff it's it. So please don't miss that window. I'll make sure to start sending out reminders about that as well, close to the dates. But that's going to be a huge difference. That 2 month window is going to be very strict.
Yeah. Yeah, on that, once again, back to the money thing. If it's, for whatever reason, you can't even do the deposit, that's perfectly fine. Talk to Tito, and we will get you signed up, and we will go from there. So don't let money be a hindrance to say yes or no. Every kid will go to camp. Yep.
But is that registration for both high school and middle school from March 4th to May 5th?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Let me still hit the parents first, and then I'll come over to the students.
So the cost is that, you said it's a deposit is due when you register, when is the final payment?
So it's going to be, you'll get emails that come out throughout that time period. So once you register in either March, April, May, or March, April at the end of May, you'll be sending emails. Final payment is by the time you get on the bus. So it's up until once you get on the bus, we'll have one more ask. Like we'll have a spreadsheet saying, hey, I still see, he'll have it. I still see you haven't paid. We'll ask for it then. So it's once they get on the bus. So you have until open till camp.
So can we send check payment to you, Tito?
Yes,
or does it have to go to them?
we just were talking about that a little bit. I'll get to you. I'll get with you all right. But yes,
Okay.
we've already started that conversation about that.
Yeah.
Now, if they're leaving middle school and going into high school, they can choose either one to go to, or what's
So-
the thing on that?
8th grade going into 9th goes to high school.
In the past, we've had it where they could do either or.
They can do either one.
And in 5th grade going into 6th grade, I guess on that one
That's-
you have a choice. Whether the 5th graders going into 6th grade want to go to mix to the middle school camp, they can. But on that one, they do have a choice, I guess, to go to White Mill.
But
the 8th graders going into 9th will be going to.
okay, so that's different. In the past, we've done it the other way around.
Wait, so, real quick, cause you just said, White Middle, but I have Country Literature and Bloomingdale.
No, so-
Elementary.
No, they have the choice. I'm saying they have the choice.
Oh,
So if they wanted to go to White Mills and didn't want to go to the middle school camp, they have a choice. White Mills is separate.
Okay.
So that question would only be 5th graders rising into 6th. That makes sense.
But 8th graders going into 9th are going to high school camp.
Yep. Any other questions from parents? Concerns, worries, fears, excitement. Yeah.
Cell phones. What are we doing with cell phones?
As a student minister, I highly, highly encourage my students to not bring their cell phones.
Yes.
Amen. Sorry.
I hate them. I hate them. But I understand the importance. Yes. How do you want me to answer the question with students in the room?
Honestly.
You don't understand.
So just to answer that that question, yes, they're allowed to have phones. We do make, I know me and Tammy, every time we go in group, we say, hey, you have your phones, but if we see you on them too much, we will take them up. We will take them away. And most of the time, they're really not on their phone. There's so much to do in their interactions. They're rarely on their phones. They do a pretty good job even in sessions, but we do let them, have their phones to record all the things. One thing that is a little bit different this year, I know this probably doesn't mean a lot to you guys, but CIY does a thing called Combos. It's a small group app through the phone, and it'll be through paper. So even then, for like small group time, they won't even need a phone for that. It'll be through paper to limit phone access.
Yeah.
Well, if they did bring it and you're doing like some type of crazy activity, they'd have to leave it somewhere and it would be unsecured anyway.
That's what happens so many times.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said. There's so much going on that most of the time you have to put your things down and then you lose them. That's why a lot of times we just tell them, leave it in your dorm. Like you really don't need it. There's so much going on, you don't need it.
Yeah. And we'll have all the parents' numbers, once again, in a spreadsheet that Tito and I will always have in our backpacks. If your kids don't know your number and they don't have their phone, that one of the leaders, we have your information immediately so that they can follow that. Yeah. Anybody else on the parent side? Okay, if you guys have any, just raise your hand and I will bypass them to jump to your question. Students, I saw your hand, you had a question.
So is there, for middle school, is there gonna be like one shower room?
There are multiple dorms, and those showers are yeah. So yes. There's how I grew up. It was a pole in the middle. That's not what it is. That is not how the showers are. Yes, they have curtains and stuff where the shower room is.
So each dorm
They're
is
stalls.
separate. It's not like there's
Are they stalls?
Yeah, with a curtain.
Okay,
They're stalls.
So
So
Yes.
you get your own, you by yourself.
No, but is it like
Yes, each little
bathhouses
dorm,
or each dorm has?
Each dorm has.
It's a community. Kind of like White Mills. You've been to White Mills.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just like White Mills.
Okay.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
And will they have AC?
We don't need AC.
They do have AC.
I don't need one. I just want to know.
They do have AC.
No.
Good question.
I know it's not good.
All right, yeah,
That's
students.
mine, that was me.
Oh, okay.
One of them is, so, because if you leave your phone at home, will you be able to write mail to your parents?
You will
I-
probably
White
get
Mills, I think in White Mills they'll send mail.
Okay.
Because it goes from
That's super cool. I think if you want that, I can find a way
I would
to
say-
get mail out.
To answer that too, yeah, we can do it, but also you can always use an adult leader's phone to contact your parent.
Yeah. You will not be able to get hold of your parents unless they don't answer. I'm gonna go back here. Oh, sorry, you had two. Let me answer her second question.
Also, I know my older sister told me about it and about I know the guys and the girls
Yeah.
are two different, completely different buildings.
Are you talking middle school or high school?
Yeah.
Middle school, yes, they are on two different parts of the property.
What about high school?
High school is kind of like Lee. Have you been to Lee?
Yes.
So it is dormitory, so it's Indiana University, so we'll be in separate dorms within that. And so in those dorms, because it's a public university, they actually have in each dorm university security. So you will have badge and a wristband that you can't get into that dorm if you are not for that dorm. You can't get past you can get into the dorm, but you can't get through the doors without them scanning you in or you using a badge to get in. So it's stricter on that side than what you've probably seen at Lee.
Yeah, we just have a key.
Yeah, you just have a key. Yeah, there won't be that access for people to go in other people's rooms. Yes.
Taking it back just a little bit, there will be swimming. I know he said there'll be swimming at both campuses. I know we talked about dress code a little bit, but we will get on that with bathing suits. Because if anything, that's where the problems become with dress code. But there will be swimming, and we will give out a dress code for that. 'Cause I know we've had instances in the past, but if you're concerned about that,
Is it because it's gonna be a one-piece bathing suit? Because I think you just throw that out right now.
Is it gonna be a one piece?
Is it a one piece?
I don't know. I got it. We'll get with the dress code.
I don't want to see the guys absolutely.
No speedos for the guys,
Well,
and then
it should be a whole piece bathing suit. If you don't have a whole piece bathing suit, you need to wear a t-shirt over top of it and not a white one. And not a
Well,
You heard it from your leaders.
yeah, we'll make sure that gets sent out though. Like you said, when we send out the dress code, the schedule, and all that. But swimming will be allowed.
Yep.
Okay.
BBB.
Hey guys, listen. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you now. All right? Dress code. Because y'all know that I am huge about dress code. Okay? I don't want to see the 3 Bs. No butts, no boobs, no belly. You're not gonna be able to wear it. You guys know me. I will bring extra pairs of gym shorts and t-shirts for you to cover up if need be. And I should be recording this right now, and I'm not. But
look, it's right there.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you do not have a whole piece bathing suit, go to the thrift store now or get one from Temu or Shein because you have plenty of time to get them. Watch the butt on it is all I'm saying. But, no, seriously, if you do not have a one-piece bathing suit, get one. You have plenty of time. If not, you need to wear a t-shirt to cover it up. One that we don't see through it. And if you guys need any help, you all have my phone number. Call me, text me, send me pictures, and I'll tell you no. Okay? Perfect. All right. But even in your clothes, everything needs to be covered, guys. We are at church camp. Okay? It should be covered even in school. However, if you have a question, just ask.
Any more questions?
Students.
Miss Tammy,
Yes.
will you bring extra
like,
ties?
what do you call it? It's like curfew?
Curfew.
Yes.
11 o'clock every night. Yep. That will not change. 11 o'clock. That's in dorms. Yes.
So, are there like bunk beds or just a bunch of beds?
I love your questions. It is bunk beds at middle school camp.
What about high school?
It is not bunk beds.
College dorm.
It's college.
College dorm.
Question?
They are not going to be like
Hey,
able
quiet
to get
guys.
out.
Thank you.
They will not be able to get out and like sneak out of their room, correct?
They will not. They will have full-time. They will have a full-time person downstairs and for those exits.
So no parties.
There is
No
no.
worries.
Once a while.
Yeah, no.
It always
No, we went to a different church last year and they had Diddy parties.
Oh, Lord.
Well, if we go out with
Yes,
Tito,
you're welcome.
we need.
Yeah. Question, sir. Yes, sir. What kind of games we got?
All kinds.
All kinds of games. For high school, volleyball, middle school. Sorry, there's a lake.
Oh, wait.
There's tons of stuff that you can do. That you'll be able to do. I will have Tito send all of those exciting things. Any other questions from students or parents?
It's gonna be great. Just to give you guys a heads up for the students and more for the students and the parents. It is gonna still feel like a CIY event. The biggest difference might be just the language. You might not hear some of the key words like kingdom worker that CIY uses all the time. You might hear them say Southeast specifically because all of them are gonna be from Southeast. But that doesn't change anything. We're all still one church. They might have, just because they have the name Southeast, we all still are part of the body, we're one body. So it's still going to be the same. It's going to be a great experience. I'm excited to be able to team up with them. And it's going to be a great opportunity to meet new people, to meet people just outside of Lakeshore. Because I remember how I tried to tell you guys, like church is way bigger than just Lakeshore. And it's awesome to be able to team up with other people like that. So I'm excited. And if you guys do have any questions beyond this event or beyond tonight, please just let Tammy know, let me know. Another thing that I can just encourage you parents is when you guys sign up, just please send me or Miss Tammy an email. I know that he'll have them, he'll send them to me eventually, but it's just nice that as soon as you sign up, if you guys can just let us know so we we just have a list and we're on top of that as well, so.
So again, I'm sorry, which leaders will be going to the high school?
So they'll have their own adult leaders, like, but we'll also have our own. So I'm going, Miss Tammy's going, Jason's going. So we're Lakeshore. Once we get there, even though we're going to be under the name Franklin, we'll still, like he said, small group time will still be Lakeshore. They'll be with our small group leader. There'll never be a time where your student gets sent with one of their leaders. It'll always still be with us and through us.
So when you're saying Simon Franklin, we did the registration with Mark Franklin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There will be no Lakeshore option.
Yeah.
So none of the registration will be through Planning Center through Lakeshore, like it's been the past few years. It'll all be through the Southeast website.
Yep.
Oh,
Tito's
right here.
not allowed
Yes.
to say you're wrong, right? So like, will there be times like where if they're doing like you said, you kind of like don't want to do it? Just for, like, for some reason,
In between lunch and night session.
Yeah, the schedule will get sent when registration opens,
Okay.
of what the schedule looks like. Yeah.
Like, will there ever be like a time when you could go to your
We're gonna ask you to participate.
Yeah, but that's going to come down to your leaders.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you to try.
And there's going to be, for the high school, there's going to be a lot of electives, because it's going to be packed. There's going to be way more electives than we probably were used to at Lee, because packed week at Lee was about 1,100, I think, and then this is going to be around 3,600. So huge gap. It's going to be way more people on campus. So that means there's going to be a lot more options for you guys to do and all that.
Yeah, electives are really good for high school. I'm teaching a class on dating, so you want to learn about dating.
You need that one. Why are you laughing? That's great for you and Angel.
I,
What did I get with that one? No, not you. I mean, it's just together.
yeah.
Red like red.
I taught sex ed all through college, so. Oh yeah.
I had health classes.
I had.
Any more questions after that?
Yeah, we need
Crazy.
You got that on video?
Angel, you
I do
only got
trust
called
him.
out because he left.
I trust him. I've known him for a while. Good friend, good guy. But does anybody?
What?
Anybody have any questions? All right. Well, Mike, do you mind closing us out in prayer? Thank you.
I'm still trying to get that sex education.
I'm attending.
All right, let's pray. Father God, we thank you for the blessing you give us here today. God, we're so thankful that we're going to have these programs come up this summer, and we're going to pray for all the students that will be attending. We just pray for hearts to be changed and encouraged and challenged. And we also pray for those leaders that will be a part of it. God, just give them discernment and wisdom as they go through this time. And for the parents, they're going to be letting go of your kids for another week. And some of you will be rejoicing in that. Some of you may not so much. But you know they're going to get a great Bible knowledge while they're there. They're going to be having a great time getting to know each other better. And Father, we just thank you for just having these type of programs where we can really bond and just get to know who Jesus is more. And Father, we just thank you for your Son, and He's the reason why we do all these things. In His name we pray.
Amen.
If you have any other questions, I'm up here.
Fun stuff on that video, man.
Hey, are you gonna